Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, map 8 is here. On day 1, I did do it itemless. I want to show you fights from each of my 3 lanes. I doubled up basically in section 1 and section 2. I took what is in essence the same lane, the same node anyways. It's the Schadenfreude, Combat Deja Vu, and Special Burst Lockdown. I want to show you kind of how that worked out in a few fights from each of those. And then in section 3, I took the Aspect of Death, Footloose, Use It or Lose It. And then I will show you a quick fight at the end of a day 2 fight that I think was much more improved. This is day 1. I want to give you an idea of kind of like what I was thinking going into it. So hopefully you can either replicate it or we can even talk in the comment section and talk about how to make this even better. So let's get through it. Oh, and there will be timestamps in the description if you're just interested in certain nodes and or fights. So here we go. We're going to go up against this Mr. Fantastic. And let's go ahead and explain the node. This is as you go to the left in section 1. And Shang-Chi is amazing for this. So the Schadenfreude, each time the attacker is inflicted with a debuff, the defender gains Fury, okay, whatever. Combat Deja Vu, unblockable. And you're going to see I'm actually going to play around this. I'm going to use Fury a few times without the crossfight ability there. So whenever the attacker lands the same type of basic attack twice in a row, the defender gains an unblockable buff. So we'll pay attention to that. And then the Special Burst Lockdown, whenever the defender activates special, we're going to get these debuffs applied to us. Shang-Chi with his Purify mechanic is going to be cleansed. I guess it is going to be fantastic for this. And so I really used him for the majority of this. And my rank 4, my one rank 4 that I have in my account is actually Shang-Chi. So he should be good for this. So here we go. I went in and my thinking was I really want to emphasize the cleanse there, right? So it's going to be the medium, light, medium. And then I just wanted to feel how this worked out. Like, it's one thing to read the notes, another thing to really understand how it's going to work out. And the first thing that stood out to me is it is most definitely an unblockable buff that the defender is getting. So someone who can nullify this is very intriguing to me. The Sigil Witch is someone who I may start thinking about bringing in for duplicate lanes and things like that. So anyways, you see how this has worked. So we have purified the debuffs, and we now have those 4 light blue passives in the upper left-hand corner, which would allow me to block an unblockable attack. Now, I'm still playing around the node. This is a lot of it is just me being uncomfortable with it. It's the first time in. I didn't want to waste a lot of items, and I didn't know how bad this was going to be. But as you can see, it's not that bad. Because rank 4 Shang-Chi can do a lot of things. I do not have slow up on Mr. Fantastic, so I'm trying only to hit him when he is stunned there, so you can see how that worked out. And in hindsight, I really should have utilized the slow more as I'm watching this back on playback, but that's fine. It is what it is. It's not a big deal. I know how this day worked out, but see right there, like that evade would not have happened. And because I have plenty of the charges that would allow me to block the unblockable. So not too worried about that. Something I will work on as we go through day 4 and day 5. I think I actually want to get to the point where I'm just using Shang-Chi and maybe not bringing in Nick or vice versa. So I'm bringing in Nick, and I want to show you this fight because I know he's great for Invisible Woman. I actually am very comfortable fighting Invisible Woman with a bleeder, right? I think that cancels out her invisibility or makes it go shorter or something. I don't know. That's just how I'm used to fighting her. And so what you're going to see me do, because I don't want to trigger the node, is first of all, I'm not going to enter her when she's invisible. But then I'm going to alternate between parry heavy, then parry medium, light, medium, and sometimes I'll just do medium, light. I think at some point, see, there's the medium, light. I probably could have done the medium, light, medium. And there's probably ways. I did talk with Lizer about it, and she brought up some good points where, you know, Nick's last light is so powerful. There might be worth playing around the node like I did against Mr. Fantastic there. So here we go. And you can see I've sent her unblockable. So you can play around the node a little bit. If I'm going to send her unblockable, I might as well do it by doing the full 5-hit combo and getting the benefit of that. I am running deep wounds, though, for anyone who's interested in this is a rank 3 Nick. So I should shrug the debuff here as soon as I knock her down. Yeah, so they are gone. But I'm not going to get the benefit from the pre-fight because from that cross-fight, that only goes to whoever beats the first fight in that lane. That's something to keep in mind. I'm glad we got a chance to talk about this. So Shang-Chi is going to have those for 3 fights. If he dies, that is considered one of those fights. So I wanted to be extra careful here with Nick. You see how well he's doing. You can see I'm getting a little more comfortable with this now too. So we're going to get the heavies. We've got the internal bleed going, so our bleeds are really going to start stacking up. And that is something else we might as well talk about, because this fight will take a few seconds. So if you do this, if you're like me, where you've been assigned to the same lane in multiple sections, what you actually can do is get the, like I got the pre-fights there for Shang-Chi off of Mr. Fantastic. And then I did not use one of them for this fight here with Invisible Woman. And then in section 2, I don't remember exactly which fight it is, but I took it with Nick Fury and got the pre-fight for him. So I actually had at that point one pre-fight left for Shang-Chi, which I think I used for the champion, who can obviously go unstoppable. So his slow mechanic was great. And then I had 3 of them for Nick Fury, which was awesome, made that lane a little bit better. So here we go. We're going in against this War Machine. I think this is one of the kind of fights you want to be aware of, because him going unblockable with that SP1 would be really, really bad. So I wanted to have the pre-fight on when I went into this fight, and you're going to see how Shang-Chi just handles it. I'm getting a little more comfortable with the node and how it's actually going to work out. So we've got the cleansing strike up now. So I've got my cleanses going. Looks like I'm choosing to reset it. Yeah, that way I can set up the cleanses again. That's what I started thinking here. There we go. So now I've got my cleanses going. I'm trying to not let him throw the SP1. Probably should have held block quite a bit more if that's what I was trying to do, but that's fine. And now I'm going to heavy, which resets everything. So I was just kind of alternating between those things, which is getting my chi charges going as well. And then I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a reparry here and just destroy this War Machine. Let's see. Set him unblockable, but I've got my charges, so I'm fine. That's why I can block that. Charges from the pre-fight. And then I think here we're going to evade this SP2. This is cool. It's giving us a chance to rack up some chi charges, which is going to make the SP2 hit even harder. And then we're going to go and destroy this War Machine. Look at all this damage, right? Oh, yeah. I love Shang-Chi. I love this guy. He's not the easiest to play. He's not the easiest to play, but when you get it, and it just feels good. He is truly the master of Kung Fu. So now we are on to section 2. And again, this was day 1. So I actually got the pre-fight again for Nick, for Shang-Chi, but I wanted to take this fight with Nick Fury, and I want you to see this, how well this can still work out without the pre-fight. Now I am running deep wounds, as we talked about, and I'm going to use basically the exact same strategy I used against Invisible Woman. I'm going to heavy, parry heavy, then parry medium light, and then parry heavy, and just run that over and over and over. I wanted Nick because of the Defender Nick's second phase. I know Shang-Chi can do this, and I want to practice it and get it, and then I'll probably get another video out once I really feel confident about the best ways to take these lanes. In fact, today in day 3, I'm actually trying out a really cool champion who I think should work excellently. I'm very pumped up to get that out if he works as well as I think he will. So here we go, kind of going in, and just gonna have to play around Nick here a little bit. He is unblockable, so that was probably a bad idea. Yeah, I'm gonna take this to the face. And then get set to my second life, which is fine, because I'm just looking to do some big damage here. Mainly, this was the main fight. I wanted to bring in my own Nick Fury. It was for the Invisible Woman fight, and then this fight here against this Nick Fury. And I felt very confident Shang-Chi could handle the rest on his own with his slow, his unblockable, and then, of course, his cleanse. And then at this point, let's see, how does this finish off? I'm trying to remember here now. I know I solo it. So it's a slow fight, and I know you've heard a lot of people talk about timing out. I think some of the other lanes have even less of a window to do that big damage. All right, here we go. Gonna let some of his, the Defender Nick's life just kind of melt down. There's no reason to pressure this at all. Should go in, there we go, yep. And then I think I will punish the heavy with my own. And then try to bait one more heavy here with the block baiting. There we go. And then, oh, reacted too slow. Going to try again. And then with the SP2 intercept. So takes a little bit of time. It was about 2 minutes. But I think even on day 5, that same tactic probably would work. And you could probably play a little more aggressively, especially in that first phase when you can really stun. So I'm looking forward to testing that out. And then moving into the section 3 here, this initial fight is with Hercules, going to take this vision, and in essence I'm just going to play him stun immune, the stun vulnerability, tenacity. But with tenacity you want to make sure it sticks, the stun that is, but with tenacity, there's only a 50% chance. So for me, the risk reward was not huge as far as like the stun vulnerability and trying to take advantage of that. See right there, if I had punished that, I'm going to get punished myself. So I'm like, I'm just going to play him stun immune. You can punish Vision's heavy with Hercules's, and then of course the intercept is, you know, Herc is amazing, right? We all know that. So there we go. The tenacity gets rid of the infuriate, baiting the special ones. I do not like to send this Vision to his SP2. I don't like flirting with, you know, if he goes passive and sending him to his SP3, the SP1, I'm very comfortable with that evade. And then Herc does Herc things, which is nice. It's nice. And then I think we're going to get into the actual lane there, which is that aspect of death, Footloose here in just a second. We have a fight with, I believe, Shang-Chi going up against his Overseer. Overseer's on Section 1 and Section 3 for me. Kind of interesting. So I'm going to get better at fighting him, which is cool. You see the Footloose aspect of death means you really want to make sure you can evade these specials and that you're clear so you don't get hit afterwards. Footloose with the unstoppable and then the chance to evade. And then we have the showstopper. The attacker's well-timed blocks will remove the defender's unstoppable. Interesting thing though is it does not remove their chance for evade, right? So while the lane killer crossfight, let's call it the crossfight, is very helpful for the unstoppable, I still really like having Shang-Chi there for the evade. Obviously, Nick can handle evades too, but it's a different setup, and I'm not bringing Captain Marvel movie along, so I do like to have Shang-Chi for this. I think this was day one. Yeah, this is the day one version. So one of the things I really kind of thought about was it would be really smart to play with the unblockable a bit more, prioritize it. So I prioritized it here, but I'm not going to do a great job of it later in the fight. The reason being is because those who fought Overseer before know that he has this auto block, and then he's also going to go stun immune at points in time. So on day 2, I did a much better job of prioritizing the unblockable. So like right there, I should have been holding heavy in order to try to entice him to attack me. I could have then reparried and gone in for either my landing my slow or my unblockable. I'm obviously going to be fine here. As you can see, it's not the end of the world. I should throw, oh good, I did land my unblockable there. Then I should go for the stun if I'm smart. Let's see how well I was thinking on day 1. Yep, there we go. And then this SP2 will finish it off. I knew I was playing fairly well, just still again getting used to these nodes. Yeah, I feel a little bad because I don't think I have, I think I have a great team for my lane. I don't think my lane is the hardest lane on the map either. So here we go now against this Spider Ham. This is what I'm talking about, also bringing around Fury. His damage is immense, right? And running deep wounds, and now I can actually do combos if I want to. I know Spider Ham is going to evade me because I thought it was 6 that he can evade at. Oh no, he goes unblockable. That's what it was. That's why that happened. So I responded to that well, was happy, and then his Porker Poppers and his Taunt is actually helping me heal up, which was pretty cool, right? Thanks to willpower. So we're going to be able to go in here, and then I think we're just going to end him with the heavy. I was prepared for the evade unstoppable there. No heavy. It looks like a combo to finish this off. And then I probably shouldn't have thrown the special with those Porker Poppers, but it worked out fine. I had a feeling, if I remember correctly, that was going to be my last fight. I was out of energy, and I needed to get to bed anyway. And I saw Enzo and Legacy dominated this map. They dominated this map. So you can see Herc and Shang-Chi did die. You can see though, this is me showing you, I did go itemless. And you saw Legacy and Enzo just with those massive scores. They defeated the bosses everywhere. I think they each had like well over like 8 million points or something like that. So not surprising for those who've watched both their channels to know that they dominated a map. See, there they are right there. King Buck, TJ. I think TJ is going to start taking a few more bosses too because he's going itemless and things like that. And then Liza, everyone knows how awesome she is. And then I want to show. I like being a BG3, so I'm showing off my BG mates here. All good group of people. I wanted to show this fight too, though. This is day 2. This was kind of a tough fight for me on day 1. This is the fight where I lost Shang-Chi on day 1, why he died. The SP1 evade on Black Widow. I don't think it's insanely hard, but she has one of those slow traveling. I think she throws like the baton. I don't know. She throws something. But you want to obviously prioritize your slow mechanic, because if she evades, it is lights out for you. So here we go. And then I need to get this evade. There it is. That was the really important part. So now I don't need to worry about it. She can't evade. I've got my slow mechanic on her. And so it's just going to be a matter of refreshing my chi charges so that I can land more slows. She doesn't have a massive health pool, and Shang-Chi does massive damage. That is a bad combination for Miss Black Widow deodorant there. And yeah, so that was day 1 and a little bit of day 2. We're on day 3 right now. I was not looking forward to map 8. We're really lucky that we had planners like Lizer, who put in an insane amount of hours planning this for us. Thank you so much, Lizer. And then Campo MC. In fact, I'll make a comment or something in the beginning of the video. He did a fantastic planning guide for map 8. That will be linked in the description of this. And then hit me up. Like I said, if you think you see better ways to play these nodes, or you're using someone, or you have questions about them, let me know. I'm going to try, probably once I make sure I can get it down right, I'll probably start trying to take in a variety of attackers so I can test out different things, because I know not everyone has access to a rank 4 Shang-Chi, much less a rank 4 Shang-Chi and a rank 3 Nick Fury. But I did enjoy map 8. As much as I did not think I would, I actually kind of enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great week. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.